Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. 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 Hey. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Sit back, relax, and listen. Come on. Get these hot facts. K-Reese 007 for Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Thank you.
All right now, y'all. My fault. I do apologize. Thank you for tuning in to Hot Facts with Robert Reese. We got another great show today. For those of you who are brand new, make sure that you tell a friend. You found a place where you can get it all in your face. Remember that old Carl Jr. commercial when Dennis Rodman and they said, if it don't get all over the place, it don't belong in your face. Hardee's and Carl's Jr., a lot of you guys don't know. Woo! Grow up some, you understand what I'm talking about. Now, I am the official news of the gig economy, meaning when we're going through tech, drivers getting beat up, kidnapped, stabbed, leaving their car on, getting their car snatched, everything else that goes on, I make sure you will know what it is, okay? Make sure you tune on in, okay? Make sure everyone that's out there, make sure you hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and share this to everybody else out there. I'm going to give a big something to Eli right now. Coach J. Ram came back, Eli, and I subscribe to everyone who I don't like, just so I know what's going on. He said back by request or popular demand. Eli told us that whenever he leaves, he comes back. I think Eli has been telling some truth. Let's give Eli a round of applause. Everyone that don't like Eli, you got to recognize this. He understands what Hot Facts is all about. It's the truth behind what you stand for. He said, you guys, Coach J Ram, he leaves. He says he's coming back after he does things to me and we go into war. He always leaves and he came back. He said this is the third time that he has done that. Well, he came back. So now it's the fourth. So we got to start putting some, in Birdman's voice, respect on Eli's name. Let's go ahead and put that out there. Eli, I saw it and I was like, no, this guy is not back. He was all the way back. So I did not know that news. Eli let me know. And when it happened, it was official news. So I just want you guys to know that information comes when you least expect it. Make sure you check out the DoorDash Revolution. He just did a live this morning. Great. Took it to the streets, spoke about a lot of great things. Make sure you check that out. The DoorDash Revolution. He was 18 subs away from 1K. Let's make sure we get the DoorDash Revolution to 1K. He has a great channel and lots and lots and lots of information. Check him out. Big ups to my Hot Facts crew. Revolution, you just heard his name. Revolution's the ace. TFT is the deputy. George John, Hulk Smash. Same name. Say it every single time. He is the head of diplomacy. Make sure you check him out. Revolution gave a shout out to Cornbread. Spokesman Cornbread. Make sure you show him some love. Send prayers out there to his family also. Also to mine, Revolutions, Hulk Smash, TFT the deputy, and anybody else that has someone that is in a situation where they gonna need some extra love. Send that love out there, but make sure you send some extra love for Team Hot Facts. We got Uber Jeep AZ, the head of rideshare, the best rideshare channel in all of the gig economy. If you don't believe it, you better go check it out. I'm telling you, he handles everything. Can't no one mess with him at all. Let me get to the title of this show. Let me go ahead and see it here. Let me get to the title of this show right here. Let me go ahead and click this up. Let me get this back up here. This is Apple, so I got to get used to know that just stopped it. Let me hit this. That brought it up. Let me hit this. Okay, now title of this show, people. We already have it up there. DoorDash increase in driver pay, cheap customers, new driver tips, and more. And more means this. We're going to go into, I put up a little thing of history for Gig, Drive, and Thrive, and everybody else out there in the gig world. I put this thing up for let you guys know that the Pedro and Hannibal show is not new. The clip I put up to today was showing that they were doing that back then. They were talking about me back then in good lights. And then I gave a history of Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago, and I to let all you guys that have just joined in and you have your opinions. That is a video, the first video of the beef that me and Pedro had. Go ahead and check that out. I may share it here also because I do think it's great. What's up, Eli? Eli is in the building. Hello, Hot Facts with Robert Reese and everyone else. Give much love to Eli. Eli, we got to get episode number 8 in. I got a lot to catch up with you on. And I've been watching Eli. You know I have. I got a lot of information that I got to get for the people. And you are the only person that can make that happen. So we'll get in contact for we can make episode number 8, and it will be great. And Eli tells people, take care of each other. Eli does that, and that's one of my favorite things that he does because he lets it all out with no doubt. All right. So we got a great show today. We're going to make sure that this Eli says, let's do it tomorrow, Reese. Eli, you're on. Okay, Eli, you are on. Let's do tomorrow. I'll call it right now. Let's do tomorrow, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, a.m. We are going to get it in. People, you just saw it here. Hot Facts and Eli, episode number 8. Tomorrow. Hot Facts and Eli, 10:30 a.m. we got a great one because he's been on like a little solo mission. So we'll go ahead and take care of that and let you guys know what's going on. And hey, Eli, when you're doing your walks, when you're doing your walks, can I see a little bit more like mountain range or some of the wetlands and like the wildlife? Because I know when you walk, you're showing your face, but sometimes I see something move on like the corner, and I'm like, I think it was an animal. So can you just show us, the landscape of the environment so we can see like the animals, or let us just see that great scenery there. I love it. I'm not from the Bay, so when I see that stuff up there, education. I love it. I love it. Eli, we're gonna talk about Eli. He said we can talk about Eli. We gonna talk about some stuff. Eli pumped it up. Eli said we can talk about Pedro and Hannibal, all the other stuff. 10:30 a.m. Pacific in the morning. People, yeah. Eli, you already Eli. Come on now, Eli. Let me go ahead and fix this. Let me go ahead and fix this. Eli, when Wisdom asked me he wanted to go ahead and do something, I asked you once, you told me twice. When I asked you once, I heard the first time, you said you don't want to do it. I came on my show, I let everyone know that in Wisdom, it's not going down. Eli does not want to do that. We are not doing that. Eli, I have already laid that down. You ain't got to worry about it, man. You know I got your back. I'm not here to destroy anything, man. We got it. We got it. I know you do show landscape at times, Eli, but look, the season right now, Eli, is so great. The season right now is so great. And when you walk, you get to a certain part to where it looks like I want to see all that in the background. So just like, could you do this for me, Eli? When you're doing your walking with the purpose, can you just dedicate just 10 seconds, 10 seconds for Hot Facts to say, I'm going to give Hot Facts a view of nature. If you can do that one time and let me know when that's going to happen, whenever you do it, I will gladly appreciate that. Gladly appreciate that. Eli! For those of you who don't know, we have a very, very, very popular podcast, Hot Facts and Eli, probably the best podcast out there. You never know what's going to be coming out of my mouth or his. All right. Now let's get into this right here. I want to get into, first off, before we get into this DoorDash thing. Can you pull up that text I sent you? Or no, I told you to go to the actual the YouTube thing. I want to talk about this. Here in the gig world, here is what we got to understand. All right. We have people that do ridiculous things. What I mean by this, we have a lot of crime that increases around this time. Okay. A lot of crime. I want to make sure that us delivery drivers, when we are out there, we are making sure we are taking care of big business. I don't care if you work for a W-2 and you drive, or if you do it by yourself. I'm going to play something right now that happened just about a day ago in San Ramon, California. Okay. I'm going to play this right now. Listen to this. Hold up. Let me see. Let me see this here. Amazon. All right. So this has to do with the Amazon delivery driver. What's up, Bigfoot Dasher? Thank you for coming on in. This has to do with Amazon delivery driver. And I want you guys to be on the watch for things like this. Check this out.
Amazon delivery driver was kidnapped in San Ramon and then forced to withdraw cash from an ATM. It happened Saturday afternoon. The Amazon driver told police that an SUV crashed into his work van. A man and a woman then got out of their vehicle and forced the delivery driver to take them to a bank on Crow Canyon Road and withdraw money. Then they made the victim drive to another bank in Dublin to have them take out more money, but they were unsuccessful. The suspects ran away, leaving the Amazon driver behind. In a statement, Amazon said it is glad the driver is safe, but could not provide any other information.
All right, so I used to do about 7 to 8 different articles like these and go over them every single day. Because you are a delivery driver, you have to make sure you don't fall into the zone of thinking that you are protected by the same rules as people in W-2s that have paid security, they have loss prevention, police come by and check cameras, they do all those things. You don't have that same comfort level at all. None. When you're out there driving, which is, what's up, AZ Prod? Like, my wife drives, like the late afternoon to going at night. And before, she used to hate driving at night because she's by herself. She would come home early. Now, I'm with her all the time now, so we go at night. But at the same time, if you're driving by yourself, you're a woman, you're someone, digi nomad, that freak. You can be someone that's a woman or even a young guy that looks like you're a teenager and you're not old enough. They will attack you. They will attack you. In this story that we just saw, that we just heard the news report from, the Amazon delivery truck driver had a truck smash into him. This was premeditated. They've been following him. They didn't just choose a random car, a random truck. They crashed into him, forced him to go to ATM after ATM and withdraw money. You know why they do that? Because delivery drivers can get their money instantly after they do their delivery. Most of the people that are doing these hits are people that were drivers. And they say, well, I can drive around, do deliveries, talk to drivers, figure out their areas, and hit them. I know what car they drive, what time they show up. They let me know where they go to eat lunch. They let me know where their secondary spot is if this one is slow. They do all of this. A lot of drivers are giving up the information to have them get robbed. You don't want to get robbed. You don't want to be up here on the news. All right? Now, even though this driver never left his truck running or anything, they still smashed into him and forced him to go to ATM after ATM. What's up, Ultra Ego Wisdom? What's up, man? Glad to see you here. You've been here every single day. You've been here every single day. Thank you. Thank you, and thank you. Now, someone give me a thumbs up if my sound is still in. It's showing me something here. Someone give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'll wait so I can know. Someone give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I do show respect. I do show support and prove I am respectful. That had to be at the same time. So if you can hear me, turn that up, please, so I can hear. Oh, okay. Nope. I got thumb. Thank you so much. I got thumbs. I got thumbs. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right now. Delivery drivers, be on the lookout. Don't get hit. Look in your rear views constantly, not just like you're on a driving test. Always look, mirrors, look around. Anything you see, bird move, car move, you see any human anywhere, you are supposed to know everything wherever you are. If like something happened and the police said, can you give me the description? If you're not paying attention, you don't know shit. I pay attention to everything wherever I am. Every person, every animal, every insect. I know who I'm around and who is who, and I can give a description of every single person. When I came out doing the gig work, I was trying to make sure that everyone knows that this is what you should be doing the whole time. You should know who everyone is. Don't be in a room and act like you don't know what's going on. You're supposed to observe everything. Don't be an idiot. You will get hit. You will get hit. And the people that get hit don't pay attention to anything because they don't, or they think they can't pay attention to anything. Well, if you do that, you're going to be a dummy. Never do that. I don't care who you are. Pay attention to your surroundings. Now, this driver went. Now, if I was this driver here and they forced him to go to these ATMs, instantly, I would have just hit my SOS on my phone and just had it hit, but people don't think like that because they're watching YouTube, they're watching people like us, and then when they get notifications, Amber Alerts, or whatever else it is, they ignore them. You're supposed to be able to pay attention and be aware and alert. Make sure you are. Now, what if they kidnapped that driver and took him to a country road and killed him? He wasn't paying attention. I don't care who you are, who you're with, pay attention to everything. If someone don't pay attention and they get killed, they weren't paying attention. But if you were, you survived. That's all that matters. Make sure you do that. Don't end up on the news. Now, I want to get into this DoorDash thing on the increased pay. We have a lot of DoorDash drivers out there, and we do know that it's, we had Halloween, we got Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. They have all the Christmas deals up. You can do all the price matching from this store to that store, give us that difference and everything else. All of that is there. With all of those discounts that's going on, you can actually go ahead and make more money as a delivery driver. The Danny Shaw Show, what's up? You can actually make some more money right now. Now, I'm going to let you know how. I know that throughout the year, people say, I don't want to go and do only this, do only that. Who is this? Amber's baby daddy, only 12 watching, aligning with Eli. No, you're a liar there, Amber's baby daddy. Let me go ahead and fill you in. Amber's baby daddy, Eli has gained 900 subs. Our podcast and our show, our interviews, is doing extremely well. Also, while doing things with Eli, I have actually added in an extra 200 subscribers. My revenue from AdSense has gone up. Amber's baby daddy. Do you want me to keep going over more that happens since it has? Also, Eli has not banned as many people. He's been giving second and third chances. And he's been letting anyone say what they want to say. Also, Amber's baby daddy, since you are a troll, I'm going to allow you to stay in here. And if you ever want to show your face, I'll go ahead and let you go ahead and do it and show your face. Or I'll give you this, Amber's baby daddy. Eli will betray you eventually. Care to bet? Well, I bet you that for the business that we have going on, we're gonna do it until the business will not work anymore. How much do you want to bet on that? I'll bet you, Amber's baby daddy. I will bet you Eli will work with me until the business cannot work anymore. How about I bet that over he will betray me. I will bet that we'll come to a conclusion that It's really good, but we can now grow and branch off of this and do something separate, come back every now and then over him betraying me. I will bet that over you any day. But if you want to take that bet, I would like to have you here on your actual screen so I can see your face. I would like to get your Cash App. I would like to get your Cash App. I'm not playing semantics. I'm telling you, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it the way you want to. You say Eli will betray me and we won't work. I'm telling you that we will work until we have figured out that we don't have to work like that anymore. I want to make that bet with you, but I want to make that $100 bet with your face here so I can see it. And I want to get your Cash App in case you win. I want to send it to you. So I'm all in to what you want to say, troll. I am all in to what you got to say, as long as you oblige by this. Show your face. Let's do a virtual handshake. Let's exchange Cash Apps. And then you are betting that Eli will betray me. I am betting that we will work together until we are done. So let's go ahead and make that bet. He ain't got to be a content creator at all. This is a friendly bet. If this is a friendly wager, anyone would be able to go ahead and do it. This is how I tolerate and I control you trolls. So I'm giving you Amber's baby daddy. I'm giving you 15 seconds. I'm giving you 15 seconds. Once I finish this, I'm giving you 15 seconds for you to accept, or you just will be kicked out for being a hater of Hot Facts for doing my business. And I do what I do. So 15 seconds to agree and show your face. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moderators, hide him from the chat channel. You are gone. Thank you. Now, let's get back to DoorDash. People, that's how I handle trolls. We either do it and I'm going to do what you want and you got to work, or you'll just be gone. It's a fair game here. Now, hey, and that was my wife. I told my wife I told the moderators, but she was the first one. She said, get this loser out of here. Now, the DoorDash drivers, right now, the season has changed. We got the match prices. People are spending less money. They're ordering extra. They forgot to get the tassels. They forgot to order the ham, the turkey. They got to order double. Family said that we might be coming in from out of state, out of country. We got to get up in there and do these things. I'm going to let you know this. Now, on DoorDash, the Diamond Plus. Now, let me read the stats off, babe, on DoorDash. Let me go ahead and read those stats off. Let me go ahead and read these stats off here. I'm going to read you some DoorDash stats. Okay. So here's my wife's numbers right here on DoorDash right here. All right. 4.86, 82% acceptance rate, 100% completion rate, which you guys that say 90 is like, oh, that's terrible. 100% here. Hulk Smash, John, George. I know you got that too. 95% on time or early. She's got 3,588 deliveries on DoorDash, and she has 5,500 and something deliveries over on Uber Eats. Okay, so just about 10,000 deliveries in about a year and a half time. Now, my wife gets where we work. The DoorDash Revolution was talking about this. We have a market here, but we also have a sub market here. We work in the sub market here, a market in between a market that makes a lot of money with the regulars here. My wife is the regular to these people as I am. We deliver to the exact same people no matter what app it is. From Walmart Spark, if we ain't done ship, but I'm pretty sure if some does ship, you got them there. From Walmart Spark to Uber Eats to DoorDash. We deliver to the exact same people every single day. They're showing us Diamond Plus with these same people that the orders are normally a-okay. My wife is getting now, she got like $10 in cash tips last night. We're getting more of when it says the Diamond Plus, it's going in to where it's going up like an extra $10. Now, people say like, what? It's this time of the season. If your ratings are right and you're doing all right, you're going to have a great night. I'm telling you that there. Just about almost every single Diamond Plus order she gets, they are going up at least for $4 to $5. Every single one. Some of the customers are even tipping more in cash after even it goes up. People say that does not happen. George John George, to Sassy and everybody else said that we don't get cash tips. Fuck you. Other people do. I got tons of videos and playlists. We get it all the time. We get it all the time. You know why? When you show your same business, what the revolution says, better business ethics, customer service skills, knowing how to manage yourself as your business, not like you are working for someone else and you got a shitty attitude. The customers get that, and it feeds off of you into them. When it feeds off of you into them, everything is great. You tend to make more. This is the time of the year where every single driver should be making an average of at least $10 to $12 extra every hour. If you are someone that is not making an extra $10 to $12 every hour, there's something wrong with you. What's up, Cruising Dasher? And if you are working and getting that money in like that, right? Every hour, if you work 14 hours, let's keep it easy. Let's say you work 10 hours a day on the gig apps. Let's just say DoorDash. That's an extra $120 every day. This time of the year, every driver that cares about their business should be pulling in an extra $600 a month without Prop 22 driving in California. In California, we should make more. Almost every driver driving, because of the season it is, you are supposed to have the attitude of the season. Your business is supposed to be that. If you're not making an extra $10 an hour average every hour, you're either dirty multi-apping, your customer service sucks, you don't care about nobody else out there, and you're just in it just to be in it and just talk shit. You should be able to make a ton of money extra off of tips and the DoorDash Diamond program. Now, if you're on Grubhub, Uber Eats, if you're on, well, every app, you're going to get an increase. Like Amazon Flex and the Roadies and the Curries, the apps where people just don't normally tip, you're going to see extra cookies, brownies, chips, water. Some houses will even have envelopes with lottery tickets in them. Some will have cash in those because they're looking out for their drivers. I did a story about 9 months ago, 10 months ago. In certain areas, the communities have joined up with like Amazon and these other parties of these companies. And what they are doing is they make a tip pool for the drivers that work for the company, and they all get paid extra. These are things that a lot of delivery drivers don't know about because they are really not into their community. When you are into your community and you are really in, and I'm saying this, like you're not driving away from like 20 miles away to go work in an area. You don't know the area and the neighbors like that. You know the people when you drop off, but you don't know the community. You don't know when the schools are off for breaks. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if there was a kid that died and they're raising money on car washes. You don't know because that's not your community. when you all the way know your community and you are involved as a driver, because as a driver, you are the lifeline of the community. You are the blood that travels through your veins to get to where it has to get to for the community. Medication, food, clothing, auto, you pick up from AutoZone and auto shops, to flowers. People might be in a hospital, to no matter what it is. You are the lifeline to your community. And when the people see you as the lifeline, big up to Dash Gordon. Check out his boardroom episode. When you are the lifeline to your community, the community does extra things for you, which means that when you're doing your normal route, and we say we don't have a route when we're doing food, but you have a route if you have repeat clientele. When you have that route, you already know that each house that orders 3-4 times in a day, you about to get chipped off. Chipped off. I'm going to give you guys a secret here. If you are a single parent or someone that has their kid on their own visitation schedule, it is, and you are a driver. My daughter used to go ride with me. She loves doing it. We go to fast food joints. They give her free fries and stuff and shakes. She gets free fries and shakes. If it's an apartment complex and you know the door is not just right there, come on, babe. Come on, Ava. Let's go ahead and go. Ava walk up with me. When Ava used to walk up and they say, "Oh, she's so cute," it was extra tips. It was extra tips. During the holiday season. You know why? Some people will ask you. There was a guy that came up to my door and he had 2 kids. And he told his kids to wait back by like to where the patio is so he can walk on up. When I opened the door, the littlest one was coming up the stairs. He said, "I told you to wait." I said, "It's all good, G. It's all good, G." I said, it's your weekend with the kids." He said, "Yeah." I said, "Look, don't even trip. You out here getting it in. The kids seeing what you do." I gave him an extra $5 in cash. You know why? He's not like, "Hey, I'm about to just sit here. It's my weekend. They still got to spend time with dad and I still got to work." He did that. The holiday season will benefit a lot of you drivers who are in similar situations. And you got to make sure that if you are in a situation like that and your customer service and your business skills suck, you might want to start perfecting them ASAP right now. So you don't miss out of any change, period. Period. My wife last night, it was, I think her last hour was $40 an hour on DoorDash. The hour before that was like 30 something, and the other ones were like at from 28 to like $30 an hour. The $40 average made it so a total average of no less than $30 an hour. There were cash tips and tips going in extra because of the season and the time that we're in. Okay? You got to understand that. You got to. You got to. And also, since she's Mexican and Peruvian and Italian, she speaks Spanish. Spanish is her first language, so she can go to anybody's house and speak, and it's just like that. She can go to anyone that a lot of white people think she's white, and she's not. A lot of Mexicans think she's white, but she's not. But there's a whole bunch of Mexicans that know that she is Mexican. They know, but she blends in like that too. She blends in. And during this time frame, I want you guys to go ahead from right now. We're on the 21st. I want you guys to, if you are watching this right now, from this point on, all the way until New Year's, okay? Until let's say the 3rd, because we got to wait for the Rose Bowl. From right now until the 3rd of January, I want you guys to make sure you check how much money you guys are making extra. So what this means is this. Get all the money that you've made throughout the year up until today's date, right? Calculate that. Use one of Dad Dash's or the Frontline Dasher. What's his name? I forgot his name now. Get a spreadsheet. Use John McFall. I know him. Get a spreadsheet. Put the numbers in there to see how much you made for all this time until now. And then calculate from right now until January 3rd and see how much money you are going to make in just this time. Now, here is the test. When this time is done, I want you guys to go ahead and look at the numbers you made from November 21st till January 3rd, and then see how much you made there, right? Then look at those numbers and then say, well, from January to March or April, I want to be able to duplicate at least 3/4 of that, which means you got to pay attention to your historical data and what you do every day. Guarantee you start making more over the next year. You don't got to be like Dasher Life Hawaii and say, I was in an article. I'm trying to get 1,000 subs. I got 547 subs. People watch me. I made $114,000 in 1 year, but I work 20 hours a day. Most people will say, hell no, I'm not doing that. You ain't got to do that, people. All it takes is not having a hairline that looks like the Batman symbol and talking to people, okay? Using your interpersonal skills and doing what you got to do. Work with the people and they will work for you. When you do that, you will see you will make more. You won't have to work 20 hours a day. Sam Lee don't work 20 hours a day. He tells people that he needs sleep. And Sam Lee has made $300,000 on DoorDash and Roadie. Pedro, talk about Sam Lee. Everybody else, Bud Soda, who wants that 100 grand, go holler at Sam Lee. Dasher Life Hawaii, go holler at Sam Lee. Everybody else out there that says they do it, go holler at Sam Lee. Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago, you don't make what Sam Lee makes. Go holler at Sam Lee. I don't make what Sam Lee makes. I holler at Sam Lee. And I tell him, Sam Lee, I got family and kids. Sam Lee says he understands. He has a hybrid and he lives by himself and he can drive whenever he wants. He brags to people all day. And he says he's nice to people. So work on your interpersonal skills. Okay? Do that and you will make more. The tips with the extra cash. A lot of people say that there's no such thing as extra cash. I was watching something with Sassy and them, and they were saying that we only get $30 a month on cash tips. You fucking suck. Like literally, you should be getting at least 50 to 60 bucks every single week in cash tips. Minimum. At least 50 to 60 bucks. You should be making an average of $200 in cash tips every single month. Hands down, no ifs, ands, no buts about it. You do know that most people that we deliver to, we are delivering to gig workers too, who they want to see what you do when you go ahead and give your business to them and you show what you got to do. Most of them will tip you. When you deliver to hair salons and you go into this and that, you're delivering to truckers and semi-trucks on the side of the road. You're delivering to Fantastic Sam's. You're doing all this stuff. These are people that actually get paid in tips also. They don't want to go do nothing else. So they're going to hire someone, but they want to give them more, but they want to see what they're all about. Don't fuck up your money. These tips are here. And then check this out. Because we are in the digital age, we got people that will go in, okay, tip you extra on the app. People say, no, that don't happen. It's a metered door. No, that don't happen. Well, at a metered door, if they say, hey, please don't walk on the grass. We just planted new grass. Go on the site gate, please. There will be a light on for you. If you say, fuck that, no, I'm going to walk on the grass and go through this gate and put it in front of this gate, you ain't going to get that tip, even though it's a leave it door. They're trying to see if you follow directions. Most these gig drivers who are doing this can't follow directions at all. Most of them were failed W-2 workers. Some were W-2 workers that thought they were too good for the system and thought they can fix everything going on with the job they were at, like Gig, Drive, and Thrive. You got one more time to take a shot at me. I told you to pick your battles wisely, G. I've been trying to stall you out. The only
I don't
thing
know
you
how
said
well you can
right
hear me,
is
but
I don't think Reese is a tatted up guy, like all over. No, I just have my videos here. I just have a tattoo here on my shoulder here. It says courage, and right here on the base of my arm, it says wisdom. Japanese is there in small. Wisdom is in Chinese here, and I have the whole state of California tattooed on my bicep, going from underneath. It says Mr. Cali underneath, and it has up here. It says it says Linwood, Compton, Paramount, L.A. County in general, Long Beach, and Cypress, California, where I'm from. So I have these tats right here. But I'm gonna just tell you, Gig, Drive, and Thrive. You said that Reese is a news channel and he has an overall agenda on what he's trying to go ahead and get out there. Yes, my overall agenda is the same as what Team Hot Facts has. We want people to respect the customers, respect the merchants, respect the drivers. We want you to do the job right every single time. We want you to make extra tips from customers who understand what you are doing. We don't care if you like it or not. This is what we preach. Our agenda is to fix and correct bad drivers to turn them into good drivers, so we don't have any black holes in our areas, so we can all make some extra money because we are all working together for the community. That is my agenda here in Team Hot Facts overall agenda. We also don't care. We all have our own opinions, and we are all able to get those out, because if we don't share those, we won't learn from each other. We have an agenda that says you speak your mind. If you don't speak up for what you stand for, that's not Hot Facts. We want you to speak up for what you stand for, whether it's good or bad. We can all learn from that. That is what the agenda is. What we don't like is a lot of hate. We know that we will have battles and we will fight. We know we have our own roles in this fight, but we don't like doing it. But it even says in the good book, wars and battles will come. And we have to understand that when you're dealing with anything in life, wars and battles will come. So I'm giving you one last warning. I don't want to do it to you, Gig, Drive, and Thrive. I've helped your channel out. Your subs have gone up. You had a great interview. You've been on. Your channel's been shouted out. Jeffrey has had it up there going out through the chats. He has done all that stuff. And it seems like you are just throwing shots whenever you feel like it, and they don't make sense, which is why my video I put up, I shared it and I tagged you in it, so you can get a better history of Hot Facts and Pedro before you step into the gig world. Now, this is the only shot I'm going to throw at you right now, and this will be the last shot until I hear furthermore from you. After this shot, I'm giving you a truce. I don't want no funk with you. The reason why is because if we were looking in a history book and we were going through the Renaissance era, how large your head and your forehead is with that little patch of hair that swings over like a large patch of Dean Cain bangs, they would think you were a wizard or a witch, and they would have threw you down the well. So that's all I'm going to say. I let you throw 10 shots. I counted them. I only threw one back. Now I'm calling the truce. Just leave it alone, Kevin. I don't want to go on your head anymore. Just leave it alone. Please leave it alone. Don't go on anyone's other channels and think it's cool, because when you say something and they laugh, you don't know the history of anything, and I don't want you to get put in something to where they are using you as a scapegoat. So please do not do it. Those are my words for you. Now back to these tips. TFT is someone that gets tips. He treats customers well.
oh yeah,
He knows
I
about
get
this
tips
time of
every
the
single
year.
day.
He has repeat customers. So TFT, tell them what we're talking about right here, this time of the year, and your repeat customers, please.
It don't even really matter for me about time of year. I get repeat customers every single day. I get cash tips and additional in-app tips every single day because I provide excellent level of service. I use equipment for every single order. I take care and maintain my equipment. I treat every customer like they are some of the most important people in the world to me. because they are. They're the ones paying my bills. For every
Mm.
delivery I do, they're the ones paying me. DoorDash don't pay a shit. That's my firm opinion on that. You disagree with me? That's fine. That's your opinion. DoorDash isn't paying us a penny. It's just providing us a platform to facilitate orders for a customer. They're the ones paying for everything. I'm driving, so I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear the background noise.
Oh no, you all right? Keep going. No, I know this is. I want people to hear from TFT right now because people gotta understand,
That's
man.
it. That's my opinion on this. That's the way I see it. Because I am not only a driver, I am a customer. I order, and I tip my drivers pretty well right off the bat. If they check all the boxes, do everything right, I'm also giving them extra. Sometimes it's in cash, sometimes it's in app. But it just depends on what I've got available at the time. If I have cash on hand, I always give cash because I prefer to give cash. But sometimes I ain't got extra cash in my pockets. I don't tend to carry a lot of cash. That's another reason why I don't like the cash on delivery orders. But that's another point, another topic, another day.
Well, nah,
Yeah, but
that
it's
goes
like,
right on in TFT because the delivery driver that got kidnapped from the Amazon driver, they drove him to ATMs. If he would have had
mm,
cash in his pocket, they would have took that cash and drove him around. Real kidnapping.
mm, yeah, it's like I'm the kind of guy. I quit carrying cash many years ago. The only time I ever got cash on me is when I got to pay my rent, and it goes from me, the bank to me, and then from me to my landlady. That's it. I don't stop or play around when I got $400, $500, $600, $800,000 cash in my pocket. It goes right to its destination. There is no stopping. Somebody want to try and get into my car while I'm driving and I got cash in my pocket, guess what? They're going to go for a fucking ride because I'm going to drag their ass everywhere. I ain't stopping. They ain't getting in this truck. I'd love somebody to try and jack me. That ain't going to happen. You'll hear about somebody going postal and shooting people and running them all over the place, dragging them. I'll knock them out and cuff them to my back bumper and just and paint the road red with them as I'm driving down the road. No, that ain't happening. You ain't jacking me. I got too much to lose. I got family. I got people to take care of. You try and jack me, you might end up getting jacked yourself. Here's my turn. That's what I got to say. People who don't pay attention or nothing, yeah, those are the ones that tend to get jacked up and arrested, messed with. Yeah, I don't know. Every time you've ever seen me on these lives, if I'm on my car, you see me looking around everywhere because I'm watching people. They come too close, guess what? They're going to get away. When you don't pay attention, you're just inviting trouble. So, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to visit the wife. I can't do another order right now. She'll get mad at me. There's only one person in this world. Well, I say one person. That's actually incorrect. There's two people in this world that can beat the crap out of me, hands down, without question. My mom, my wife. That's it. I'm done. I got nothing else to say. I'm done ranting. Oh, I see cash tips on pizza orders a lot. I get maybe not every single order, but I guarantee you every single day I'll come back with cash. I had a Little Caesars order today. It was $4.75, and guy gave me $6 cash in my pocket right now. When I dropped it off, it was only a mile and a half long order. Come to the door with his kids, see me walk up, they're all getting happy and antsy. That just made my day. Uh, I love seeing smiles on people's faces when I deliver their food. That's what this job does for me. Helps me forget the trials and tribulations that I go through on a daily basis in my own head.
Tell TFT I'm coming up now. Through the text.
Yeah, you're up. I hear you. I see you.
Oh, you got me? All right.
Yeah, you're back here.
All right, yeah. All right, yeah. Bam, nah, the sound did some weird stuff. Did some weird stuff. People, this is TFT. For those of you who don't know, this is the deputy of Hot Facts. Revolution is there in there. That is the ace. Make sure you go ahead and check him on out too. I'm gonna talk about these the cheap customers during this time. Did my thing go off?
Oh, you're still here.
Oh, all right.
You're still good,
Yeah, the
Reese.
cheap customers, TFT. I'm talking about the customers that the ones that order things, and no matter what, this time of the year, they go try to say, "Oh, well, we didn't get our food," or we asked for extra ranch, even though you got all the ranch. Well, we didn't get the ranch, and they want to get their orders for free. I do know that this time of the year, you will see some generous customers, but you will run into some cheap customers who are going to do some bad stuff. What's your advice?
To be honest, in that kind of a scenario, Reese, there's not really a whole lot you can do about it other than making sure you photograph everything. I take pictures of everything when I pick up to when I drop off. I screenshot the offer, and if a request feels weird in the messaging, I will send a message to the customer replying that yes, I'll fill your request for the extra ranch. I'll screenshot everything. And so far, because I do that, I haven't encountered too many people lying about they didn't get this, they didn't get that. So I guess I can't really complain. I got no real input. It doesn't tend to happen to me. I mean, you get some rude customers from time to time, sure. Or people who order a couple $100 worth of seafood and not tip you a penny, and then mean mug you while you're delivering it to them. I've had that happen.
Oh yeah. I see my wife in a comment there talking about the 200 wings from Wingstop.
Yeah.
She was mad. She was mad about that. She ended up getting paid like $13 for 200 wings, 3 large pizzas, and two extra wings from Pizza Hut. She ended up getting paid
Yeah.
$13.
Well,
One person paid $5 in cash.
We have a restaurant here called Bag of Crab, a seafood restaurant. And I had a catering order from them. And I had another catering order from another restaurant, came listed with no tip, but they added $20 after the fact. This one I didn't take much of it, but they hadn't took it. It was like $5.75 for 2.5 miles. It was like $250 worth of $200 or $250 worth of seafood from this place. Delivered it to a pretty nice upscale apartment complex that was newly built not that long ago. Nice place, nice area. Went up this upstairs apartment to drop it off. They opened the door. They got this dude just sitting there like, the hell you doing here, white boy? And that's the look and expression I got from him. His daughter or whoever actually ordered the food come to the door to pick it up from me, and it's like, she was nice, no cash. I just didn't expect it, but it's just life. Some people are that way. Some people just don't give a crap about taking care of people who are helping to take care of them. So I'm sorry, if you're too lazy to go to the store yourself, that's only a mile or two away, just because you got family over, don't mean you can't go to the store. Why you got to pay me, not pay me, I should say, very little to get me there, It's like, You're paying for a luxury service, and I don't care what anybody says. That's what these apps are. Service is you don't need to have Taco Bell delivered to your door. You don't need to have your groceries brought to your house. You know, but I just made it here to the facility to visit with my wife. So I'm going to wrap that up right quick. That's what I got to say. I don't like people who do that, but I'm not going to stop delivering to them because they're still helping to pay my bills every day.
Gotcha.
So you guys have a great
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Cool.
But I got my wife. My wife's calling too, trying to figure out where I'm at. So, even though I'm here,
tell her the Reese's said hi, and are you gonna take her to Bobby today?
Yeah. Huh?
You gonna take her to Bobby, the sandwich?
Oh no! She didn't want that today. So she didn't want a sandwich today. They actually fed her some pretty good food here, but I got me some food and I got some stuff she wanted. So I'm trying to get all that together. She asked me to get her a new pair of pajama pants and whatnot, so I got all that. I'm heading in now. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Was that you
Peace,
right
love, and
there? Oh,
respect.
my husband is here. Was that for you? TFT, that's for you. My husband is here.
That might be. I don't know. I don't know
All
where she
right,
is,
man.
if she's
Go get it,
outside or not, but I'll
TFT.
catch you later, brother.
All right, now. I almost hit end live, people, because I thought I was talking to TFT on the phone. I thought I hit end live.
How do I get out of this? It won't close.
It'll close on you. It TFT, it does that. People understand that this time of the year, you go get some cheap ass customers. You're gonna go to some places and you're gonna think that, oh, this is a good amount of money. This order is good. You ain't gonna get shit after. Just know that this time of the year, people spend money on other people also, so they ain't got all that money. Now TFT says it's a luxury service. Now, even though he's my deputy, we see differently on that. I don't think it's a luxury service. I think it's a app designed for you to get whatever you want. You know, you know. But like TFT said, like if you live around the corner from Taco Bell, walk your ass to Taco Bell. It's right there. We ain't gotta be asking for 22 fire packets with 8 miles and all that other shit. We ain't gotta be asking for all of that. That is not what it is. Cheap customers. I want you guys to I want to say this now. You guys saw how there was something on HotFacts was supposed to be up. What's up, Necro getting bags? I was supposed to be on Pedro's thing again, Hannibal, and everyone was like, "Why are you not going on there?" People, I've like I've been on Pedro so many times, interviewed and called up, and been over there with Hannibal and them so many times that I'm gonna go ahead and I put the community post up. Pedro and Hannibal had their show before it was even the show. And guess who they spoke about? Me. Me. This wasn't the first time. For all of you out there who don't know, this is my Pedro and Hannibal segment right here. I'm gonna dive into Pedro and Hannibal before I get into new delivery drivers. Head straight to my community post. Here, no, just click my symbol. Yep. On my community post. Now let me go ahead and see this right here. If you go to my community post, which is right here, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. Now this is a history. This video with me and Pedro is over a year old. A lot of you guys don't know about it, but I'm gonna let you guys see what HotFacts and Pedro is all about. And Just watch, because during this, you'll see Pedro with Hannibal speaking about hot facts before a week ago. Let's watch. Okay, let me see. I remember it did something weird last time I was trying to share this thing. Oh, let me go like this. Oh no. Go back. Community. How can you click on there? See, apples are weird. Oh, here we go.
Millions of parents are switching. Amazing price.
The right things. Don't ever deliver to people that don't tip you, ever. If somebody else tells you differently, they're telling you wrong. No tip, no trip 2.0. We don't deliver those human beings. We don't. They're not your customers. They're not mine. Just a friendly reminder.
That order was actually $3.58 for less than 2 miles. They're like, why would you take that? First of all, it's the first one. The rule is the first one you get, the first one you take, because that could be the one who eat the
Voice will be back. No worries. Catch you guys tomorrow.
He stole my hand sign.
2 and 2, like so that.
Aha!
No tip. Oh, you missed it. $3.16, 4 miles. No tip on that. It's saying 316 because there's some.
Pedro, look, people, he stole my hand sign. Chuck Woolery and 2 and 2. I even had that highlighted here. You guys are weird, man. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. He stole my hand sign, people. Let's watch it again. He even stole my hand sign. Why? Watch it, people.
The right things. Don't ever deliver to people that don't tip you, ever. If somebody else tells you differently, they're telling you wrong. No tip, no trip 2.0. We don't deliver those human beings. We don't. They're not your customers. They're not mine. Just a friendly reminder.
That order was actually $3.58 for less than 2 miles. They're like, why would you take that? First of all, it's the first one. The rule is the first one you get, the first one you take, because that could be the one who eat the
Voice will be back. No worries. Catch you guys tomorrow.
This time, people, I am going to do 2 and 2, like Chuck Woolery.
No tip. Oh, you missed it. $3.16, 4 miles. No tip on that. It's saying 316 because there's some kind of surge or boost promotion. That's why it's not saying $3 for me. 316. You should never take an order like that. Only clowns take orders like that.
The other reason why I picked up the order, it's 9 something in the morning. I started a little bit late, but I did not get another order while I was dropping this off, which means that that was the only money available at that time in this area. So I snatched up the money that was sent to me in this area in the event of the money to me early in the morning. There's no one up right now, but that order did come in, and I took it. So now that just adds in. That gave me another 45 cents for that trip. So that 358 is like a $4 order right there, which is not bad. And I'm getting it in, okay? And I am getting it in. Now I'm going to go right back to my parking spot and wait for the next one.
You're on a pedal bike. Always say pedal bike.
Yeah. Always. Well, not Pedro. I want you guys to see that's Rideshare Rodeo, that's Hannibal, that's Kim Side Money Plans, and that's Gary Middleton, who tried to give me a copyright infringement, but he lost the case because I am superior, and he found out the hard way. But look, people, hot facts. They gotta come get hot facts. Let's and watch Pedro try to bomb this. To my parking spot and wait for the next one.
You're on a pedal bike. Always say pedal bike.
Yeah. Always. Not Pedro there said Robert, yes, Pedro. He's absolutely, man. So my service is going to the customers that signed up.
See, listen, me and Robert, Hannibal, me and Robert, we've talked.
So now you see Pedro and Hannibal. They were all in Dash Your Life Hawaii. Get your facts straight, boy. You don't know shit about what you're talking about. You said, how did he go from where he was? First of all, I didn't start off at 50. I started off at 0 subs and I'm over 12,000. Get it right. You don't start off at 50. You're a weirdo. But these are your boys. These are your boys. Pedro and Hannibal. They're talking about me. I also have the full clip of this whole episode. They go over me the whole time. So let's go ahead and watch this. Pedro and Hannibal, people, they tried to get me up there again because they know I'm good for business. They cannot live without hot facts.
A few times I have going to the customers that signed up. See, I'm actually to my parking spot and wait for the next one.
Come on, Pedro.
You're on a pedal bike. I always say pedal bike. Yeah, always. Well, not Pedro there and say that he's not going to Pedro. I love Robert. Yes, Pedro. He's absolutely, man. Talk about service going to the customers that signed up. See, I'm actually listening. Me and Robert, Hannibal, me and Robert, we've talked a few times. I had him on the channel. We have each other's number, and we've chopped it up. But we have a lot of similarities, and we have a lot of differences. We have core things that we're very, like, I do not believe in some of the things he says, and he goes the same way with me, but there's a mutual respect there, which I really.
Now, people, on this right here, at this time, my live interview was the highest rated live on his whole channel. It's moved down now slots, but I was the first one, the debate show. I was his highest rated live for about like 9 months straight. No one ever took me over because Hot Facts is that nice. I want you guys, when you start talking about me, start putting some respect on my name, like Birdman says. I'm just giving you guys the history. Gig, drive, and thrive. That's why I said, don't throw sticks at me, man. I throw bullets back. I'm telling you.
You're being still. When I get a service gift, I want great service. Now, even I go to a restaurant and the service is like, damn, it takes a long time. I might not boo, but I want to tell somebody, man, the service sucks. I went to the movie theater a couple of years. Somebody might not get much of a tip. Exactly. Over on me. That's that competitive juice is flowing, right? So I feel like, I see you're spinning it like, hey.
Now this right here, this is me. This is me. The interview with me and Pedro. I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit. Now this is him trying to tell me how I do my job the way he wants me to do, but that's not how it is. Watch this.
I'm gonna turn that $3 into I not get much of a tip. Exactly. I feel like they're getting over on me. That's that competitive juice is flowing, right? So I feel like, I see you're spinning it like, hey, I'm going to turn that $3 into a 17, like you said, because maybe you're being still selective because you're only selecting from merchants that are good, that you trust, and probably they might stack it, right? So I get that. And you're also trying to say, if they give me a $3 Five Guys order, I'm not taking a $3 Five Guys order. Yeah. First of all, they say you're waiting on fries, and no fries take that long. Yeah. I don't care. I'm not taking a Five Guys order for $3 at 11 o'clock. Yeah. That's not going to happen. I just got a chip alert.
Now, I want you guys to know that this interview, he said I can't have a civilized conversation. Also, he told you guys that, but he's laughing. He's having a great time. Don't believe the hype. Now, this tip alert that's here, the order that in the beginning that was $3.58, they're gonna tip me $5 right here extra. So watch what happens.
My very first order of today, the 5th one of the video, the Starbucks order that I went and grabbed. Well, they tipped me, an extra $5. It works just like that, people. It works just like that. So I took that order where people would say, man, it's no tip in that. It's worth nothing. It's only going right there. Well, that same order that was nothing and was only going right there it's now a $10 order because of 45-cent extra now. It's now a $10 order for just going right there. His intro clips, they don't treat it. I imagine Robert's going to places saying, hey man, I got a channel. Would you subscribe? And he's like, hey, would you say that you watch Hot Facts with Robert Reese? And they don't. And then when it comes down to, let's say it's a regular person like
I find people in lobbies waiting at things. If I'm waiting and I'm waiting for someone to come down and someone's standing next to me, I'm not going to sit there and be quiet. The first thing I'm going to do, if there's sports on, if they're watching the sports, I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to break the ice with that person right there. Somehow it's going to go into me, letting him know why I am there, and me giving him an introduction, presentation, short story, and close. But that's what I do on every single thing. ABC, always be closing. Introduction, presentation, short story, and close. Once they get that and the allotted time that I know that I have to get that done, I'm normally going to go ahead and make that success and make that deal. So once I make that deal, they feel more than happy to want to go ahead and say, you're watching Hot Facts. People that are on there are the people that I pinpoint, and I know that I'm going to get the job done. I don't want to go out there and waste energy and waste time. I just wanted people to understand that part right there. Oh, you said recovery? Yeah, recovery home? Yeah, man. Which home you out of? It's a Christian ministry, Christian recovery. But I know, you know, it's called Living Word in an Empire. You're doing some great stuff then. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do this. I just got a $5 tip today from one of my orders. You gave me 3. Okay. You give me 3 of these, and look, check this out. I have a YouTube channel, right? And I promote nothing but positivity. What you're doing is positive. I'm giving you my cash tip that I got because this is positive. All I need from you is I'm gonna get out the car and I'm gonna record you for like 4 seconds, and all you gotta say is you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. All right, you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Yep. Yep. Here you go. Sure. Yep. How you guys doing? My name is Caesar. I'm coming from Living Word in an Empire Christian Ministry. I'm wearing I'm talking to myself, but I'm men, women, and youth off the streets of drug, alcohol addiction, gang members. So you guys will check us out, Living Word in an Empire, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. On January 25th, okay, that's when my channel was launched. That's when the debut video went up. So right now there's 381 subscribers in under 90 days, people. So we're trying to hit that 1,000 mark. We're trying to understand what she said about the gas being high and everything else. Well, people, this is when the fight starts, man. This is when the fight starts. When everything gets, just start weighing on you, you don't just cower back and just start talking. You got to put your fist up and start fighting. That's when you got to fight. And fighting is just not verbally. I mean, you are the only person that has the ability to change anything when it comes to your income. So that's what I mean by fight. If you have to buckle down and switch up your game plan, you got to buckle down and switch up your game plan. If doing the same thing has you irritated, aggravated, and just mad, then you got to stop doing that stuff that makes you irritated, aggravated, and mad. You got to add something else to your game or take something else out. You really can't complain about anything because we all have to live in the guidelines. We are all playing in the same game. You have to learn how to navigate through the course in the game. It's like leapfrog or frogger or whatever else it is. You're trying to get across. You got to boing, 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 boing. You can't just say, well, I'm just going to walk straight through the cars. You can't do that. You can't do it. You can't do that. You can't do it. You got to switch up your game. And some people don't like switching up their game because they were comfortable and super comfortable being like that. People, this is not a comfortable industry. The pay is always changing. You're always hiding something else like this and that. This is not a comfortable industry. You have to adapt as the game changes. That's how you stay active, and then that's how you stay moving with people. So I wanted to share that whole thing simply because, as you guys see, that from the beginning when Pedro was like, I know he's telling people and he bugs them and they don't listen. That's the same thing that Mr. Flex said. He bugs people and they do all that. That's not what I do. They've been hating on Hot Facts in the news channel from the upstart. That's what that showed. People like Gig, Drive and Thrive, and Flex, and everybody else that don't want to go back to the history of things. Let's go back to the history of things. Remember, I'm a news channel. I got proof for everything. I can tell you guys, show me a video that shows this and that. They can't. You know why? I have a video that shows the beginning of what they're going to show. I just wanted you guys to know that when I turn them down, I have already done tons of business with them. And they did it all before I was monetized. They're not going to get no piece of my monetization. Now, let's talk about brand new drivers. We got brand new drivers out there who are coming into this thing. Now is not the time for you to be an evil driver. Most of these new drivers, let me tell you how cheap someone may be. They will give a Christmas gift with their referral code to have people sign on up and be an app slave. Well, we welcome all app slaves. Jeff Thomas Black, you know about app slaves. You know about app slaves. Let them know what it is. But at the same time, so we don't feel so slavish, you got to help these new drivers out. The newer the driver is, the worse it's going to be for the drivers in your market that you're in. If you see that there's 10 new drivers in one day of driving, that means that you have like 30 drivers out there that are brand new in your market. If you see drivers just standing up there at the line, not checking in, tell them to check in. You know why? Their order, they may be working on their order, right? But they're waiting to see if the driver's there. If the driver don't say nothing, you won't get your order. Does that make sense to you? If you see new drivers just standing there and they're not checking in, a lot of these places wait for the driver to be there before they start making certain things on that delivery order. If you encourage them to check in, it'll speed up the process for you to get your money. Then we teach that to each driver out there. Walk in, be visible. I don't care if you see a bunch of people standing around. Walk in between them. I don't care if you bump shoulders with them or whatever. They're in your way. Get them out the way. Walk right on up there to the line. I don't care if no one is even facing you. If their back is turned, hold your phone up and say, Uber Eats here for the order. Whoop, 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 whoop. I see it there on the screen. I'm checking in. You make them turn around to acknowledge you. Like Roman Reigns. Acknowledge me. That. You do that. When you do that, you get in and out. But what I've realized is once I go into a place and I do what I do, other drivers get more confident because they say, oh, you can do that? Yes, you can do that. You're like a vendor. You're checking in. Yes, you can. Don't be a scary bitch. Don't do that. Walk in, check in, get your stuff and leave. Also, this is the time where if you were a multi-apper, you have been throughout the whole year multi-apping and dirty apping. You should know by now, when the holiday season comes, which 3 of the 8 apps you use are going to make you the most money. You should already know, to where you are only multi-apping with 3 apps. Because you know you can do 4 hours, and then if you want to do an extra 2 or an extra 4, you got 12 hours there. 3 apps. Put 4 hours on each app during the holiday season. See how much you make on 4 hours. Chances are in some of these areas, on 4 hours, you're going to make like $165. So if you can do that 3 times, you're going to make $400 in the day during the holiday season. Understand that. You don't need 8 apps. You can already get your data in to see which ones you make the most money on. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to make the most money on just those 3 apps. 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 You're going to make that much more money. A lot of people don't really like pay attention to what's coming in, the hours, and everything else. You don't understand. You'll get it. You won't have to do accepting every order 50 cent per minute video. First of all, there ain't no driver out there gonna watch a video saying, how am I gonna make 50 cents per minute? You better be showing that. Gig, thrive, and drive. I know you want to get some extra content and get people to watch, but you cannot be doing old 1-800 collect commercials for the gig world. It don't work. It does not work. Do not put 50 cents 50 cents a mile. 50 cents a mile accepting every order or whatever else it was. People, when you're creating a title, you ain't got to try to get all scientific with that. They're talking about money like this. Let me try to make it seem like you can make so much money and just so much. That's not how it works. Your information, you being relatable to people, having a personality, knowing how to answer anything, not thinking that everything is the exact same, because if everything is the exact same, you won't have an opinion and no one will feel what you're saying. You are just some person that wants to be in the background. We don't want that. We want you to stand up on your own. Do not copy titles that you think the title is going to make me more money. That's called clickbait. That's called clickbait. You don't see no clickbait with HotFacts. You don't see no clickbait with HotFacts at all. No clickbait. I've gone from having videos with 13 views all the way up to 1.3 million on the video. Hundreds of thousands on other videos. 50s of thousands on other videos. Tens of thousands on other videos without using any clickbait. All I did was use myself, my personality, my business skills, my etiquette, what I've learned, the business courses and classes that I have taken, using that with psychology, using that with sociology, using that with extreme marketing, using that with extreme interpersonal skills, knowing how to do this and that. You do it all that way. You don't do it through clickbait. You don't do it saying, hey, I made $500 in one day, and that's the first time you've ever did that in your whole life. You want to put that on the video. You got to keep showing that over and over again. That's not the way it works. Okay, that's not the way it works. Do it the right way. Put your heart, blood, sweat, and tears in it. Have everyone say you suck. Be able to take the brunt to put it in. And then while you're doing your driving and showcasing what you're doing, you're only going to perfect your confidence on you delivering that, because you are watching yourself do what you were saying. This time of the year is the best time to get some extra confidence for yourself. And you are going to get that through the money you are going to be making. Don't listen to anyone else out there and say, well, this app sucks. Well, this app sucks. I'm not going to this place, or I'm not going to that place. I put up a poll of the worst places to pick up from, just to see what people were going to say. When I put that poll up, don't pay attention to the poll. You might be in an area where McDonald's and Popeyes may be a heavy hitter, but you'll turn it down because somebody else 3,000 miles away told you not to. Don't do that. Understand. Now, you should know that, well, the Popeyes chicken is busier in the evening. But if I come in like from 11 to 2, it's in and out. Make sure you're around there from 11 to 2. Don't just neglect the place the whole day and night. You go lose money. My wife hates the Popeyes that's back like 0.2 of a mile. No, it's right here. The Popeyes is right here. It's up here. That's not even 0.2, like 0.1 miles up. She says, I hate going here. I'm never going there again. And they'll send her a $17 3 miles. Guess where she's going? Right back to Popeyes. I'll be telling her, shut up. You know you're going to Popeyes. She going right back to Popeyes. And check this out. The orders are right there, like going across the street and shit. But we got drivers here that will tell the other drivers here, don't go to the Popeyes. You won't make money. Don't listen to them. It's the holiday season. Every single place is going to be making money. Every single place is going to be making money, man. This is the time where if I was on someone and you want to start the new year off with having the best ratings that you can possibly have, start accepting at least 85% of your orders during the holiday season. The 85% compared to the 35% you were accepting, that 50% increase is going to equal up to an extra 13 to 14 bucks an hour. Easy. Easy money. Easy money. And guess what? You're going to make that extra money, get your ratings up, and when the new year comes, when they bring that new program to your community, to your market there, your ratings are up high enough so now you're going to start off attacking for the brand new year. You ain't going to be up here in Pedro's chat or in someone else's chat, in Flex's chat, talking about, man, F these apps. I ain't making nothing. Man, I'm not doing that. They want me. They want me. I'm going to talk like Sam Lee. They want me, man. They want me, man, to take this order, man. I was like, man, forget that. Anyone can do what they want to do. Hey, that was my Sam Lee right there a little bit. You don't want to be like that, man. Understand the value of a penny, not a dollar. Most companies make money and profit off of cents. From 1 cent to 2 cents to 3 cents to 4 cents. They make money off of cents, not dollars. It's like gas. It's like this amount of dollars and 9/10. That 9/10 is a penny, man. It's a penny. Most make most of their money off of cents, not dollars. So if you take all of your orders during this time, could you imagine how many pennies you will not waste that can turn into an increase of dollars, what will put an extra taste of goodness in your mouth? What I mean by that is extra tips, extra cash tips. You may be thirsty. Customer might say, hey, we got Gatorades for you. That gave you the hydration to go ahead and drive on more to keep these orders going, because you know during this time, if you work in the warehouse, they're going to have you work overtime. We taking 2 lunches today, boss? We taking 2 lunches. 2 lunches means overtime. We getting paid time and a half. Oh, we getting paid double time? 2 lunches? We getting paid double time today. It's going to be like that for the whole season. All the warehouses are going to be pumping out stuff. They're going to be behind. Deliveries are going to be going to people in cargo vans, picking up from the warehouses, the distribution centers themselves, making extra money. Extra money. Come on now. This time of year is the time. You should be doing it right. Don't listen to nobody else. Get your money. They got theirs. Get it in. And I want to just add something in here before we go ahead and head on off. I was on Necro Getting Bags last night. Go ahead and check out Necro Getting Bags. The other night when that creep was on there, people were saying that I did that to try to get some news coverage for this and that. Well, I don't control what someone's going to say out of their mouth, first of all. And when he went down the hill instantly, because I'm a journalist, a reporter, I run my news channel, I decided to jump in and ask him some questions and interview his nasty ass right then and there. Because I interviewed his nasty ass right then and there, I did the story also. There are people out there that said, well, I can't speak on this and that. I couldn't hear. I went on for 5 minutes. Go to the beginning of the argument. When he first said the young bees, barely legal. Rewind all the way to there when I hop on camera and then he says it. From there, you listen. you will not get anything. Then you will be able to hear when we're arguing back and forth. You'll be able to hear what he said and I said. Then you'll hear the questions I asked him without him yelling and arguing. Quit being a punk and saying this and that. Everybody's got to have respect for Necro's channel. That's all I'm saying. Have respect. Y'all ain't got respect for nobody. And y'all don't ever say that in front of someone's face because you're scared. Scared to speak up. By Necro not jumping in, he tried to. But by him not even coming in was better, because if he would have came in, it would have stopped me from asking them questions that got that freak to say what he said. And you guys wouldn't have got all that information to know who he is. We got respect for Necro. So don't come on Necro's channel talking about you got to have respect for him and do this and that, man. Y'all don't even have respect. Y'all got Cherry over there and all that stuff. And that voicemail Cherry put up, people, that's from a year ago. And Cherry, it's still on site. I'm going to whoop your ass if I see you. It's still on site. It's still on site. It's not a threat. When I see you in person, from everything you did back then, calling my phone, texting me with weird shit, doing Sambo and all that weird shit, yeah, I called your ass. It's on site. You got a green light. It's on site. On site means I'm going to fuck you up when I see you. And that was from a year ago. One year ago. Now, this guy always cherry pick. Turn it up to make sure you can hear me, please. Now, this guy always cherry pick. All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right. This guy always cherry pick. Used to make jokes about young girls and things like that. And Ricky Knight reminded me last night, Bobby used to get on cherry pick about that stuff like instantly. So Bobby, don't say you don't know what's going on and you can't relate. And if you say, well, I only watch a little bit of your live, Jeff Thomas Black said he covered it for a whole hour straight. You can go back and check that out. Ain't no excuse. And I went through everything in full detail of everything that creep said. Even when he said, I want to go to the trailer parks where the girls are more desperate. All right. So hearing everything, you said I can't talk about it or anything, but you heard cherry pick and you would check him, which means everything you guys say is bullshit. It ain't about trying to sound good to people, or I don't want to hop in here because Reese is bringing this up and it really happened. Fuck me. Don't try to do that shit because of me. Be a man and talk about that shit because it is what it is. All you got to say, well, I didn't hear it. I listened for 5 minutes. That argument went on for like 35 minutes. If you only heard 5 or 10 minutes of it, you didn't hear shit. And then if you don't go back and watch it and you go ahead and talk about shit, you don't know shit. And when you say, well, all I heard is this, and this is what I feel, you can't feel anything because you don't know shit. Stop telling people all that shit. Get up, speak about the shit. It's wrong. If you can tell cherry pick, you can tell somebody else. You don't got to be on the same side as everyone. Bobby and Gig, Drive, and Thrive. You ain't got to be on the same side as everyone. It's knowing what's right and wrong. John Quiones, the show, What Would You Do? That's the perfect show. They do things to see what individual people will do when they're not around all their friends. Let's see how real you are. I love that show. Do what you got to do. Don't be a follower. Don't be a follower. Be you. And check this out. Scrimp was mad. The troll. A whole bunch of other people were mad. A whole bunch of people that goes into the chat that you guys are in. Jonathan K even tried to back him up. Last night. And I had to kill him. He tried to say, what about the delivery drivers? He was trying to talk about me that go in and film restaurants and there might be underage staff in there. He tried to single out me, but that goes for every single driver that's a content creator that does a ride-along that walks into the stores. He called us all perverts. That came from Jonathan K., the person that was trying to support the pervert. Now, go back and watch Necro last night, people. That happened. You don't support and laugh with people who do shit like this. Guilty by association does not go far from this right here. If you say, oh, man, I just think they're joking. Oh, well, what if they're not joking and they did some crazy shit? George Hope Smash told a story that something happened like that and the guy killed somebody. And that's the shit he was doing. Quit faking the funk. Quit faking the funk and quit riding the fence. Be your own man. Jeff Thomas Black, instead of like Bobby said, well, I heard a little bit, I can't talk about it. Jeff Thomas Black said, well, I was watching Robert Reese. Did you guys watch that? He spoke about this. He said, is this what we're doing here? Are we doing this? People didn't even want to talk. He said, that's not right. That's not what we should be doing here. He said, now let's speak hypothetically. And that's what he did. Bobby and the other people, well, I can't talk about it and this and that. Jeff Thomas Black saw it. He saw my whole life. Went back, did some research after just to see what was going on. What I said was right. And what he said was, this is not right. He didn't say, I can't speak on it. You're a coward if you can't. This is a grown-ass man who witnessed it and saw my live and said, this dude is giving so much detail. He can't be lying about nothing. So anyone that says, well, I don't know, nigga, I'm telling you the shit. And if you still don't know when someone is telling you, you only listen to your small group, which means you're a follower of that group. That goes for anybody out there. When the proof is out there, you pay attention to it. And you don't ignore it and go on channels to pump your chest out. Start having respect for other people's channels and didn't even understand what was going on. If I heard a channel going nuts and I found out that some dude is talking about staring at underage girls and filming them, and he's talking about barely legal, and if he don't know how old they are, it's all game, you should understand why there was an argument. Not saying show respect and not argue. You're an idiot. And only a weak-ass nigga would say that shit. Only a weak-ass nigga would say that shit. A real person like Jeff Thomas Black would say that's wrong. Ricky Knight came in halfway when it was going on, and we filled him in. And Ricky Knight was telling him, man, we don't do that, man. He said, man, like Ricky said, my wife older and everything. Everyone was talking about older people and being in your same age group, except for him. Except for him. Other people were telling him that same thing. But then you got Bobby and other people, well, it's okay. You know, we really don't know. Fuck y'all with that bullshit, man. Fuck y'all with that bullshit. Everybody else that went in there while the arguing was going on, other people stayed to give their comments on. You listened and said, well, I don't care. It's nothing to me. I hope you don't have kids. I hope you don't have kids. And by the age you are, he said Jessica is shit. He said anyone over 35 years old is old as hell and trash. That's what he said. After saying that, he likes little girls. So if that don't bother you, there's a problem. There is a problem. You can say whatever you want on the lounge. Well, someone said this. No, it's Hot Facts with Robert Reese said the shit. Say my name when I'm fucking. Say my name is about shit like this. He called me out on this shit. He called me out on this shit. Everyone can click on Necro's link and be respectable, right? If we gonna talk about this shit, click my link. Be respectable. I'll give you your time to talk, and I will ask you questions on why you feel that way. And let's see if they make sense to everybody else out there. You can't be a fence rider. Cannot be a fence jumper. It does not work. It does not work at all. At all. If any of my personal friends were to listen to that, they would not even fuck with the dude. We might beat him up right there on the spot. We not gonna fuck with the dude. If I tell them the dude doing this and said this, what? Real? He said that. Look, listen. Oh, he gotta go. He gotta go. Ain't nobody go say, well, he can do whatever he wants to do. He's a grown man. Oh, y'all bitch made. Y'all be in the PC dorm. All y'all motherfuckers will be in the PC dorm. All y'all be in the PC dorm. Ask Real Talk with Roy. Real Talk with Roy been to jail too. Ask Real Talk with Roy. Ask him. Let somebody go in there. I like barely legal. Sometimes I don't even know how old they are. They could be younger. Ask Real Talk with Roy what happened. He getting smashed out right then and there. Because you guys are on the internet. You think it's all cool. We ain't gonna believe what Hot Fact said. You ain't gotta believe me. I'm the one asking that dumbass freak the questions that all y'all bitches are scared to. I'm the one that asked him that shit. I'm the one that got people to say he's showing you guys like what he's really about behind closed doors. I am the one. I am the one. Not anybody else. Until you got more heart than me and you can articulate and not ride the fence, then say something. And this is holiday season, people. My nutrition plan, it goes out to a lot of people. I help people lower their cholesterol, blood pressure. They get if they're diabetic, they get taken off the pill. If they're on insulin, it helps them out a whole lot more. I help out people that are, and I encourage them not to. Some people want to go ahead to lose weight, to go ahead and get the lap band or bypass. My food plan helps with all of that. And if you want to know how to do exercise and get some stuff in, I have a website, Facebook. I have YouTube channel dedicated, but you can also ask me and I will go ahead and show you guys exactly what it is. Please, if you see me on here, I have a nutritional cert. I have a cert in kinesiology, and I've been doing this since 2008. Please do not go on the panel if I am up there and ask anyone who don't know anything about this stuff while I'm sitting up there. That is a huge slap in the face. But I'll let you do what you do. I'll let you do what you do. If it takes you longer, it takes you longer. And I'm going to say this. What I tell to every single one of my clients, if they're overweight and they come in with me to train and they say, well, I do a lot of walking. I always ask them this. At what age did you start walking? And they say, why? I just say, just answer. What age did you start walking? Well, I've been walking since I was like 10 months old. I was walking in like 8, but some walk at 7 months, 8 months. Let's just give an average of 10 months. But you are 42 years old. So you've been walking for 40 years of your life. And for walking 40 years of your life, you still look like this. So walking is not going to be the thing to help you lose anything. What walking will do is strengthen your ankles. You know why? So they don't go side to side when you walk. You'll be able to strengthen up your ligaments, and your proprioceptors can come in to stabilize you. That's what walking does. Walking will help your knee with flexion if you're walking right. Walking will not help you lose weight. It will not burn fat. You cannot do, well, if you're doing a walking lunge, that's different, okay? Because you're taking up open to go into a closed chain exercise, which means your feet are planted to the floor, closed chain, which means you're going to be using, okay, your calves, okay, your soleus and your gastric there. You're going to be using your quadriceps, okay, your quadriceps, okay. You have, okay, you have your vastus, okay, lateralis, vastus intermedius, okay. You have your femoris, you got that there, and you go in a little bit deeper there. You got your hamstrings, semimembranosus, semitendinosus, okay, and your rectus femoris. Your biceps femoris. Your bicep femoris is here. Your rectus femoris is on the top. Okay, that's 7 muscles there. You work those with these 2. On a side note, when you do your lunge to go diagonal, you're working on, Michael Jackson does that knee move. You're working on your brachialis and your sartorius. That muscle goes all the way down. That's how you are able to bend that. That's a really thin, small muscle that comes up and goes all the way down on the inside. There's a lot of other muscles when you're doing a walking lunge. You're also working on your glutes, okay? Your gluteus maximus, your medius, and your minimus, okay? You're working on all 3 of those. Your glutes are the largest, roundest muscle you have in your body right there, okay? While you're also doing that, you're working on, it's called your piriformis. It sits and stabilizes, your butt goes in, your piriformis is there. That's a muscle there. You're working on that also when you're doing a walking lunge. All those muscles together being worked when you were doing in sets, you're going to be burning a lot of extra calories and actually burning fat, building muscle and burning fat, okay? You also got to make sure you take care of your core, your highs, mids, lows, obliques, hip flexors, and your lower back, your erector spinae, lumbar area, okay? You want to make sure you're working on your obliques. They cross over. These muscles cross over, and they are very, 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 very small. Very, 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 very small. But the highs, the mids, the lows, all the way down to the bottom here, you got to work those too, because as men, we gain weight in our lower portion here, and you got to know how to work that out. I shared the best ab drill on my community post. Try that out at home. You don't need any weights at all. You don't need any weights at all. A lot of my exercises, I teach people with no weights so you can learn how to manipulate your body and confuse your body for that muscle confusion. We're in the holiday season. If you need any extra help, I am the guy you need to talk to. I am the guy. Food plan, workouts, I can do plans and all that stuff and demonstrate and everything for you. Okay? Many, 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 many different workouts. Check out the New You Personal Training on Facebook. You'll see my wife there with me. You'll go to my other page here on YouTube. You'll see her there with me. You'll see her helping out with people, boot camps in the park, in the gyms, all over the place. Facebook will show you other stuff too. A whole lot of other stuff. Before and after pictures. If you need to learn how to go ahead and read your body fat percentage, not your BMI. The BMI, everyone's overweight. You don't go by your BMI. You go by your body, your body fat composition. If you need help on learning how to do that, if you go to GNC and buy the calipers, or if you go buy the electron thing there, once you put the numbers in, I'll show you how to do the math so you can go ahead and keep track for yourself. But do me a favor. Don't go on other channels, especially if I'm up there, and talk to other people who don't know what the hell they're talking about because they look a certain way and they don't know what else to take. Holla at your boy, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Dasher Life Hawaii, this was for you too. This was for you too. Don't you ever talk when you don't know. And don't you ever say my subs are suspicious. And I want everyone to know, while he was talking to Sassy or Sassy, whatever her name is, he said the only thing Hot Facts has is the race card. Which means that if he says the only thing I have is the race card, which means that he believes in the racial stuff that we are talking about. So next time you open your mouth, learn who you're talking to. Dasher Life Hawaii. Keep riding them waves and make that Batman symbol hairline get back on track. I'm going to holler at y'all later. We out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Get in shape, get these plans, and talk to me.